Hey everyone, this is ATG with another first to 10 series in King of Fighters 11. This time, once again, Shingo is facing Gian at Pot 24 in Nagoya. I'll skip the introductions, you should know these players by now. I've done quite a few first to 10 commentaries about them. Very strong players, very much looking forward to this. There's gonna be some buffering again, so because the file just finished processing on YouTube, or actually hasn't finished processing yet. The stream just ended. So here we go, first match. Shingo on 1P side, Gian on 2P side. And there we go, cooler mirror match. Goes to the jumping E, and Shingo push back, jumping D, close C into race spin, goes for the hard knockdown Shoryuken, now has a corner Okizeme, nice block there by Gian, gets hit by the second jumping C. Breath, standing B to somehow catch him, Gian manages to get out of the corner, gets knocked down, jumping C counter hit, was trying to push something there. Oh, slide punished immediately, and that's a dead cooler. Shingo's leading now, misses the cross up, jumping A, interesting, why wouldn't he do jumping B? Maybe he wasn't intended to do a cross up. Meanwhile, Gato super from Gian, rolling through Okizeme, reversal race spin or backdash from Kula. Now a scramble here in neutral, super on block, very nice cross up there. You can do that, it's character specific whether you land in front or behind your opponent. Very nice reversal roll through the super of Kula. It's the best way to punish your supers. You can roll all of them after the super freeze if you are neutral. And now we have a Ryo mirror match. The zombie Ryo is, the leader zombie Ryo is Shingo, and the pink Ryo is Gian. Gian no corner. Gian's Ryo is very, very, very strong. I'm always amazed by how well that character is doing, and he isn't even playing him as leader, and I think that pretty much shows what I've always been saying, that Ryo, for me personally, is just an S tier character. And there we have a stun, launch combo, forward B, up kick, doesn't have the meter to convert into LDM, doesn't matter, Kim is almost dead. Oh, kills him with standing B, he was rolling out of the corner. Now it's only Ryo left for Shingo. Shingo managing to back off, goes for the dandy step, jumping E is hit by quarter circle forward A from Gato. Gato, another quarter circle forward A, jumping E whiffs, and unfortunately there wasn't a punish. Could have been though, it looked like he would hit him in the landing recovery, I guess that's why Shingo did the LDM there. Jumping D whiffs, Gato backing off, building meter, and nice anti-air there, trade, and Gian takes the first match. It looked like Shingo was doing really well in that Kula mirror, getting an early kill on Kula, but then that stun combo happened and some very solid Ryo play by Gian, and the rest was delivered by Gian's Gato, as is usually the case. His Gato is very, very strong. Well, all of his characters are strong, so. And here we go, that's the first buffering. Hopefully this will not get too annoying, otherwise I'm just gonna pause again for a while and talk a bit about the teams and about how matches are going. I hope you don't mind. Otherwise you can just skip forward. I do not have that liberty here, unfortunately. And yeah, I'm just gonna pause this. I don't want I don't want the cooler mirror to be interrupted. You can see at the bottom it's like buffering so slowly. It's not fully processed yet. What's there to say about the mirror match? Well, it's scramble usually. You cannot really do anything on wake up as Kula, because Kula's jumping C reaches so far into the ground it beats her Shoryuken, because the Shoryuken is vulnerable on the feet, but is upper body invulnerable. You can do race spin sometimes, but very often you'll just get hit out of race spin. Also, close C can be punished by Shoryuken in the mirror match, because it's -4 and Shoryuken is 3 frames startup, if I'm not mistaken, about the -4. So let's see if the buffering ended. So we usually will see Kulas cancel their standing C, for example in Breath. Here we go, very nice reactionary Shoryuken there from Shingo. Gian rolling out, gets hit by fast C, could have been able to block there. Another nice Shoryuken this time from Gian, jumping C, trade. Shingo trying to do jumping C, rolls to the C breath, gets the throw, and another trade. Interesting, Gian is so aggressive on wake up, but he perfectly knows when to push buttons, and that's a full punish combo. Okay, didn't go for the forward B and misses the... Ooh, that was very unfortunate. Also misses the jumping D there. And you can't really do that, these Shoryukens against crouching characters. You have to abandon the combo basically at that situation, or just cancel the down forward B to get the knockdown. Ooh, very nice run under. It goes for Ryo, there's the stun, and breath to start the... Ooh, he manages to shake out, very nice. He was gonna do the breath combo so he couldn't shift, but for some reason he did the heavy breath, not the light breath. I think the heavy breath you can shift, because it doesn't launch yet. Fake cross up there from Kim, throw by Gato, Gato going for the projectile, jumping E, close C, guard crush, far C, misses the link. Ooh, very untypical for Gian, far B, and Meanwhile, Kim is exerting a lot of pressure now, goes for the max range sweep, kind of risky against Gato LDM, nice conversion there from Gato, jumping E, jumping D, goes for the sweep, immediately cancelled, didn't even wait for the jumping D to connect. And jumping E this time from Kim, nice super from Giant, gets the knockdown, let's see what kind of Okizeme is doing, none actually, interesting, I guess that was supposed to beat maybe a reversal from Kim. Nice jumping Ds there from Ryo. Shingo is abusing the fact that Gato is very tall when crouched, and jumping D is a very strong instant overhead by Ryo. Jumping E hit there. Now a jumping E from Ryo. Jumping D. Close C linked into crouching B into super for Gato. Okizeme time. Goes for the fake roll through, and Shingo just rolling, not caring at all. Goes for the parry, jumping E, and kills him with a crouching B. Very close match. It did feel though as if Shingo had the upper hand most of the time, even though it was such a scramble and the HP was very low on both sides. It's interesting that Giant just knows when to be aggressive. He knows when to push buttons, especially on wake up. You cannot really cheat him on wake up. If your stuff is not tight, he's gonna mash out. He knows how to do that. And some more buffering going on there. I've seen Shingo experiment a bit lately with leader Gato again. He used to play him back in the old times. And I also saw him swap out Kim sometimes in casuals. I think he, I wouldn't say he had a character crisis, but he was trying out some stuff lately. But this is his strongest team still. And I think this the team he feels the most confident with. Some more buffering going on, unfortunately. Here we go, cooler mirror match. And jumping E. Jumping C and a nice standing B to stop Kula's approach. Generally, ending your block strings and jumping B is a good idea in the Kula mirror. Let's pause on this crazy frame here. Talk about standing B a bit. Usually what you do is with Kula, you do like a crouching B on block and then maybe another one just to hit confirm. And if they block, you can do standing B. And then the mind game is, does Kula cancel into breath or does she do nothing? Depending on what you think she's doing, you can either roll or try to jump or just do nothing if you think the breath is coming, or you don't want to get punished. And if you're the Kula player, you're just waiting for your opponent to roll through so you can punish that with close C, which is only 4 frames. So that's bread and butter pressure there with Kula. If you don't feel like you want to re-jump, because the re-jumping after crouching B is very unsafe and very ballsy to do. So I'm going to unpause now. Nice race spin there from Giant, gets the hard knockdown, jumping C very low, another jumping C, crouching B, trade, standing B, jumping E, jumping C there from Shingo, crouching B, tries to jump, gets immediately punished with standing B, jumping E from Giant, Giant gets the knockdown, corner pin, jumping C, there was a reversal race spin there from Shingo, didn't manage to get out, another race spin, only punished with crouching B, and now Shingo's Kula is dead. Shingo's Ryo cornered, nice jump out, wasn't able to fully punish though, ooh, and there's a full up kick loop by Giant. This is very painful and builds a lot of meter. LDM and Ryo's almost dead. This is catastrophe, this is disaster for Shingo. Shingo trying to get these instant overheads or very late overheads against Gato. The problem is you cannot cross up Gato when he's crouched because of his tall collision box. He's one of the 2 characters, but this is the case. The other one is Ryo. Very nice back turn combo there. Ooh, too bad he missed the ender. That's a combo that needs specific spacing to the corner, and ideally you want to start this back turned so you can connect into the quarter-circle back kick forward light kick. Let's see if Shingo's Kim can do some work here, going for the jumping A. Very nice block there from Giant. Giant crouching B forward A. Shingo getting the throw, nice safe jump there. Jumping C, standing C far. Jumping E. He has to be very careful not to get hit by Gato super. He can also cancel into LDM if he wants to. Forward A from... Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. Dead Kim, very nice conversion there from Giant. Okizeme, just does the projectile. Counter hit, I guess Ryo was doing a reverse Shoryuken. Probably to cancel it into LDM. Dream cancel it. Shingo saw it coming. Just chose the safest option. That projectile from Gato is about +8 on block, I think. So it's incredibly strong for Okizeme. So Giant taking the lead 2-1 now to over Shingo. I think that this match really showed how important momentum is in King of Fighters 11 and how important it is to keep your characters alive. That very long corner combo, the up kick loop into LDM for that Giant landed against Shingo's Ryo was just match deciding, I would say. Basically it crippled Ryo, he had to get him out of there, and then he couldn't really do any shift combos and rely on a backup leader anymore. So here we go again. The Kulas are in the house. Gonna do a very quick pause here. Anything else that's interesting to mention in that matchup? Well, I think I covered the most interesting aspects. I guess you really have to pay attention when to use Shoryuken on reaction in the mirror match. It's not easy because Kula is relatively quick with her small jumps and her approaches, so you have to find these spots to get that hard knockdown from the Shoryuken. Okay, also once you get that knockdown from Shoryuken, what's also very interesting is your advantage is not enough usually to do a jumping C that still allows you to combo. You have to do your jumping C very high, and that sometimes allows the opponents to counter you or mash into your attacks. That's why sometimes you see Kulas and their combos with quarter circle back punch, the reflect, because that does floor slide and gives you way more advantage, but deals a little less damage than Shoryuken. So I'm gonna unpause now. Oh, misses the jumping C because of the front roll from Shingo. Very nice punish there from Shingo. Saw the front roll. That's a corner B and B combo into hard knockdown. Jumping C, crouching B, jumping C, another crouching B, far B, cancelled into breath. Shingo very patient. Sorry, Gian. Shingo not getting the punish on that rollout. Meanwhile, we're back into neutral. Both Kulas jumping around like crazy. Delayed low, very risky, but could have shifted, I guess. Now it's Giant's turn. Giant getting the hard knockdown. Ooh, that was unfortunate. I think Giant tried to roll that after Super Freeze, but he might have held back. There's special rules if you hold block already during Super Freeze and you want to roll, then you have to do like a reversal roll that makes it a bit harder. You cannot buffer it. There's some very strange rules. They're all on the Hard Edge Wiki if you're interested. Generally, it's best if you're neutral during a Super Freeze if you want to roll. Or hold forward, that's also fine. If you hold guard, you have to do a one-frame roll, like a reversal roll with no buffer. Very difficult. Meanwhile, we have a leader battle. And, oof, Ryoga just trying. Oh, nice guard there. Also nice guard on the cross-up. And that's a good saving shift there. That would have been very painful. Would have been a dead Ryo probably. Nice jumping E, jumping C, forward B from Gato. Wasn't able to hit high enough to convert into the up kick super. And Shingo just finding these very nice angles for jumping E and in general for Kim's approach that makes it very hard to punish these jump attacks. Always trying to hit with the tip there. There we go again. Another nice tip hit. Jumping C, super nice run under. I think that was supposed to be a reversal from Gato. It was a counter hit. I guess he tried doing a reversal kick super. Not sure there. Nice throw there from Gian. Gian now cornered. Goes for the jump out, jumping D. Just guard cancel from Shingo and manages to roll out and throw. Jumping B there, air to air. Also very nice and very underrated attack. Jumping B from Kim. Super strong air to air. Usually his other buttons are so strong in the air. All of them are great. Every single button he has in the air is great. So jumping B is a bit neglected, but it's just so good as anti-air. Jumping C there from Kim. Now Giant is on the offense. Guard cancel. Jumping D. Instant over jumping D. Double jumping D. Nice punish there. Ooh, there was a saving shift counter hit into a combo for Shingo. And Shingo now with the jumping D overheads. Nice hit confirm there into Ranbu from Giant. The timer's very low. Actually, Shingo is leading in judgment now. Nice dandy step. Couldn't cancel. He doesn't have a super. Nice Shoryuken. But he lost his. Oh no, he lost his leader and eats the meaty overhead. Very close match there, and Giant taking it 3-1 over Shingo. It's pretty exciting. I love how close these matches are and how brutally fast these two guys are playing. I think another key skill that you need to have in KOF11 is when to shift gears from being aggressive to waiting for your opponent to make a mistake. In general, when you have the upper hand and you rush them in the corner, you do want to sometimes leave gaps that will allow your opponent to, let's say, try to roll out, try to push a button, try to jump, so you can punish that. Otherwise you will not open them up. You have to give them the chance to make a mistake. It's not enough to just go for high-low the whole time. Even with Kula, with a super quick jumping C. Crouching B, too far away to confirm this into anything. Let's see how this ends up. I'm just gonna briefly pause. For some reason, the Kula mirror is always cursed. Every single like match is working fine. Every single matchup, just the beginning of each match is completely cursed. I guess I pause and then the buffering is just long enough for one match. So that's how it works there. So Giant is pushed back now by crouching B from Shingo. I wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna retaliate aggressively, even though he just got hit, maybe with a standing B or maybe even a race spin, like a mash race spin. So I'm gonna unpause and we'll see what happens. Okay, just a back walk, jumping C. Cancelled, far C cancelled into reflect. Nice Shoryuken there, jumping C, close C, cancelled into breath to be safe. Breath from Shingo now. Down forward C countered, unfortunately not against standing, otherwise it would wall bounce. Jumping D, goes for the jumping C, beats up a reversal race spin. Jumping C, cross up, not a combo, but it's fine. Shingo wasn't able to block. That's probably a dead Kula. Oh, he wanted to go for the reset. She was back turn, so he did a standing A, so she would flip. And if you back turn the corner, you can get corner crossed. But Shingo saw it coming, just rolled out. That's an unfortunate trade there. And now Kula is dead. And nice shift combo back to Shingo's Kula into EX super. That's very painful, lots of damage. Shingo, on the other hand, wow, I've never seen that combo before. Crazy. He did a meaty forward A, hit Kula out of race spin and linked it to the standing A. Meanwhile, we have Shingo's Kim in the ring. Very close rollout there. He almost got hit by the C breath. Very nice. The dashing forward A to punch Shoryuken. Goes for the run under, cross up, crouching B, but Giant blocked it. Giant forward A into Gato shift into LDM. That's a dead Kim. Cross up, jumping E. That looked really nasty to block, and Shingo just guard cancel rolled out of there. Shingo waiting for a reversal so he can reversal during super freeze. Shingo going for these jumping Ds now. Tries to get close with standing B. Standing A, that wasn't a punish on the dive kick. Dive kick is +0, which is a joke. You would think it's minus Gato's dive kick, but it's +0. Oh, there's an unfortunate trade. Gato didn't get the hit. Shingo goes for the... very nice. Oh my god. That's not it though. It's not enough damage, right? Or is it? Does that? No, it doesn't kill. And what's he gonna do? Okay. Giant roll out. Come on, Shingo. You got this. Okay, I'm gonna pause. This is driving me crazy. Shingo's sitting on 2 stocks. It doesn't matter though. He can guard cancel. I think it does matter, but guard canceling at the end of the round is another thing that's very tricky because your opponent sometimes smells it and they will just not attack, and you will try to guard cancel. Your standing E will come out and they will just give you the last hit slightly delayed, and then you're dead. So you have to be really, really careful with guard cancels when your character's almost dead. Because it's quite obvious when you want to do them. Man, that was such a nice parry from Giant there into Shoryuken. Well done. 4-1 lead now for Giant. Another very close match. This must be very stressful for Shingo. Losing these close matches is always... it's not fun. It feels like you worked your ass off for nothing. I wonder why they don't do first to 11s. We usually do that for King of Fighters 11, just for fun. I'm just gonna pause here for obvious reasons. Is there anything I want to talk about? Maybe meter gain. With Kula, your meter gain is pretty good. You don't really need any supers at all to do good damage, but once you are on 2 stocks, she becomes even more deadly. Your anti-air capabilities are even better than with just a Shoryuken, and if you manage to connect a standing E counter hit, you can actually link into her into her AX super, which does insane damage. And what you also can do is standing C into EX super as a combo, and when your opponent wants to saving shift to standing C, the character that comes in is hit by her EX super. So once she has 2 stocks, she becomes even more annoying than she already is. So let's unpause. And Shingo punishing the missed small jump with a jumping C on guard. Meanwhile, Shingo push back again. Giant casting into breath. Race spin, counter hit, nice hit confirm. Hard knockdown, jumping C. Gets Shingo was trying to backdash there. Oh, that's a heavy kick, race spin, light kick, race spin, light kick, race spin. Forward light kick into Shoryuken. Very nice combo there. It requires some manual delays. It's not easy. And Shingo's Kula already dead. And now very nice guard cancel roll from Ryo. And that's a stun. Kula, yeah. Very nice job there. Perfect moment to guard cancel roll into a perfect punish combo. Unfortunately... Oh, there we go. She's dead. She's dead. And Shingo's on 1 stock again. This is really nice. So Giant has two bubbles now. He can do a stun combo. Oh, misses the shift. Interesting. He can easily stun a character with Ryo and Gato. Oh, interesting. Also, I wonder if that rumble was intentional. Probably not because of the cross-up. Dive kick from Shingo, there we go. Gato, very nice guard cancel roll there from Shingo. He was aware that Gato's gonna do LDM, so immediate guard cancel roll. Otherwise, he would have gotten guard crushed. And there we go. Double super combo. Another day in the office for Shingo. Hard knockdown. Okizeme shifts to Ryo. Goes for the cross up. Nice. Gian tried to throw, but Shingo was just jumping. Now Shingo's cornered and Gian's really working on him. Look at this. And Shingo just pushing these standing light kicks. It's a strong poke, but Gian has done a lot of damage to Shingo's. Oh, he misses the cross up jumping A with Kim. Very strong normal. Should not be too hard to hit, particularly because Ryo is so tall. Just look at these jumping Ds. Look at how aggressive he is. Ah, nice. Very nice. That's a dead Ryo. Jumping D is horribly strong. It's such an annoying normal to deal with. Can barely block it on reaction. Even if Ryo pushes the button relatively early and basically turns it in quasi-instant overhead, you cannot really mash into it. The advantage still is just good enough for him to do another one. Maybe you trade, maybe you don't, and can also stun you. It's very annoying to deal with. So Shingo taking his second win here, well deserved, I would say. Did 2 guard cancel rolls, critical guard cancel rolls at the perfect time. Was on point with his combos. And Gian made a few very, very small mistakes, but a few small mistakes is all it takes on this level. Briefly gonna pause. Look at this. The match starts immediately buffering. It's almost at the same keyframe, I guess. I mean, it might be keyframe related. Who knows how this is actually working? Yeah. Okay, let's try our luck, I would say. Nice Ryuken from Gian. Jumping C, far C, breath, jumping C, Shingo rolling out of the corner, crouching B, waits for a roll from Gian. Gian doesn't fall for it, just jumping. China on the offensive again, nice hit confirmed to Ryuken. Did a standing E that was strange, and got hit by, holy crap, and got hit by race spin. I didn't know you could do a jumping A cross up. That looked very specific to the kind of knockdown Shingo just got there. Super jump A, it was. Nice roll and punish there on the breath. Hard knockdown for Shingo. Shingo super jump, jumping C. Gian just rolling out. Gian getting hit twice. Once backdash, once probably race spin. And now there's some down forward C zoning and meter building with quarter circle back C. Nice guard cancel left from Shingo. Just pushing Gian away and trying to... he's almost at 1 stock, by the way, Shingo. So is Gian. Just needs to whiff one more special move. Both of them now. Throw doesn't do it, and there we go. Oh, nice. Good saving shifter and another saving combo into jumping D for Kim. I'm gonna pause this. This is gonna be interesting. I expect Kim to run after her. However, Gian has saving shift, so let's see whether Kim is doing close C into upkick, for example, in the upkick super, because that actually can beat saving shift. It's gonna be interesting to see. I'm gonna unpause now. He's very high though. Maybe he's just doing running forward A, because that's a guaranteed punish and that launches. So it cannot be saving shift, so it's either gonna be one of those. I would assume it's forward A. Oh no, he just goes for sweep. Ah, that's even better. I didn't see she was so low HP. Nice hard knockdown there, corner cross, backdash from Gian, that's why he flipped. Jumping C, crouching A, jumping C, Gian rolling out of the corner, guard cancel. Jumping E from Kim, another jumping E, and jumping E misses. Nice punish there, and that's a dead Kim. Nice stun combo, very basic and very strong combo. And he's dead. Gian building some meter, has 1 stock now. Guard, that was a cross up, but he didn't go for the crouching hit. He just went for close D, I guess. I don't know why. Maybe option select throw. Jumping D. Ah, wonderful. So he was waiting for it. He was just doing the jump in and walk back, waiting for the super freeze, and then put his leader in during the super freeze. Hard knockdown, sweep cancelled into dandy step, forward A. Ooh, fast C into shift. So we have a Ryo mirror coming up. Let's see. Very impressed with Giant's Ryo, as I already said. Jumping E into standing D. Look at Shingo. He's just doing these empty neutral hops to bait a jump in. Nice, and he got him. Hit confirmed, standing A, Shoryuken into LBM. Gets the kill. Forward A to Gato. Gato blocked it though. Gato run out of the corner now. Shingo has to be really careful. Gato's at 2 stock now. Must not get hit in the air, so Gato cannot... Oh, that was a counter hit. Ah, and there we go. I guess Shingo tried to, I don't know, backdash, jump, just somehow get away from this menace in front of him. And Giant takes yet another match. Halfway point now, 5-2. The good news is, and this is spoilers, but you can see it too, we are only are about halfway through the file, so a little less actually. So there's still a lot can happen. we'll see how this ends. Hopefully it's gonna be another really close match. We've had a few really close first to 10s lately, and I hope this is one of them again. Okay, brief pause again. It's buffering. Is there anything we can say about the Kim Gato matchup, for example? I mean, you've seen the mirror matches now. Kim Gato, I guess Shingo shows how to play it as safely as possible. If you stay on max range and do small jumps and try to hit with the tip of your jumping E or jumping D, for example, you are relatively safe against Gato. The worst thing that can happen is you eat the A super, the punch super, maybe a trade into a combo, which obviously sucks, but he has to invest meter into that. He cannot, if you just small jump from very far away, he cannot hit you air to air and then, let's say, do a run up, kick super, juggle anywhere. So at least you're safe from that. But you have to take the initiative against Gato because he builds so much meter. If you leave him alone, you have to be aggressive against this character, unfortunately. So unpausing now. Okay, standing kick whiffs, down forward C from Shingo, another down forward C counter hit, air hit though, no wall bounce. And the jumping E from Giant, super jump, jumping C, counter hit, and that's a full combo, it's very painful. And already 80% health gun for Shingo. Shingo close C, manages to mash out, jumping D, guard cancel from Giant to keep him in the corner. Very high jumping Z, walks back just to maybe punish a rollout. Now Shingo's actually rolled out, and that's also a full combo. Oh, is that stun? No, not quite. Shingo has to be very patient now. Standing E actually. Interesting. I'm not sure that was intentional. Maybe it was supposed to be a guard cancel, but it looked really strong against Kula. Also very fast. I forgot the frame data for standing E, but it was very nice. And Giant with his typical usual backdash and wake up. Was able to backdash Shingo's crouching B there. And Giant going for the dandy step into shift, into LDM from Gato. But Shingo just rolling out there. Gato now getting these single hits in. Throw. Projectile Okizeme runs up, punishes the roll with close C. Nice shift. Jumping D instant over, jumping D instant overhead, and the trade with Shoryuken there. Now Shingo's doing Shoryuken of his own, jumping E. Tries to go for the cross up, jumping D. That's possible against Ryo. While he's waking up, he's so small that you can cross him up with a small jump. But once he's standing, you cannot cross him up with small jump heavy attacks, only with light attacks. Jumping D, crouching A, crouching B, and Gato jumping out, a trade. Close D into up kick, into LDM. That's almost a dead Ryo now. And he went for the Shoryuken, and Shingo just, Giant just saw it coming, and that's a dead Kim. Ooh, that was sick. There was a sick reversal Shoryuken there into EX Super. Shingo doing his best now, getting hard knocked down. Yeah, doing nothing, just waiting for Gato to do a reversal super or something. Could have done a Shoryuken there. I guess he wasn't ready for the super jump from Gato. Gato at almost 3 stocks now. What was that? Was that LDM? Holy crap, why did that do so much damage? Let me rewind that really quickly. Was that... There was LDM that... because of a counter hit. Counter hits do like 30% extra damage. That was insane, look at this. This is so much damage. I think this is more than the punch super would have done in that situation. Maybe the first hit is also unscaled. I think the Gato super doesn't really scale down. Deals a lot of damage, and it's only 3 hits. The less hits you have, the more damage everything does in KOF11. Also, damage scaling only works after the 3rd hit. Interesting. So 6-2 lead now for Giant. I'm gonna fast forward and then pause. So once more there. There we go, just a quick pause. I might have to look into the damage numbers of Gato's LDM. I know the 3rd hit deals the most. Now I want to know how much the 2nd hit actually deals. It's all in the MOOC. I can look it up. I mean, I can look it up on the emulator. However, there's random damage, and at least in the MOOC there's hard numbers, I think. So I'm gonna look it up at some point. So I'm pausing now. Shingo with the far B into breath, runs up, far B, Giant trying to jump out, instant G, and Giant manages to mash in a Shoryuken, which hit. Nice jump up there, but still got hit by the jumping D. Close D into heavy kick race spin, barely hits with the Shoryuken, jumping A, jumping C, crouching B, hit confirm into Shoryuken, jumping C, and Shingo getting hit airborne there, and Shingo's roll punished, up kick loop from Giant's Gato, lots of meter there, doesn't even need to cancel. He didn't need to cancel into super. Interesting. It looked like he killed her already. Oh no, and he punished roll with close D. These guys are so good at punishing rolls. It's way harder than it looks. It's back to Kula now for Gian, who has a huge lead now. However, Shingo has access to his dunk combo if he wants to, or saving shift. You can really abuse heavy kick race spin against Ryo because he's so tall crouching that he cannot really evade it. So it's a good strategy to cancel into it. It's like plus 10 on block or something ridiculous. And another up kick loop. Oh, he's almost got... he like just a few pixels and he would have been able to dream cancel the super into LDM. That would have been a dead Kim. Kim rolling out meanwhile. We have a lot of buffering going on there. Just gonna pause here. That's a jumping C from Kim. It's gonna hit on block, I think. Might also still hit airborne. This is looking very, very, very grim for Shingo, but just look at how long this file still is. He's gonna rack up wins, definitely. Maybe not this match, but maybe the next one. So I'm unpausing. Yeah, air hit, jumping C, forward B, shift to... Oh! Okay, he didn't go for super there. Nice. Gatos only 30% stun left, 20%. 5%. Oh, and he's dead. There we go. Shoryuken from Giants. Oh man, Giants Ryo still at 100% health. It's gonna be so hard to win this. And he also has access to saving shift. Now, a miracle has to happen for Shingo to win this. Gets hit by the Shoryuken there. Oh, he missed the combo. Nice guard cancel roll there. Okay, gets the kill. Cross up, manages to roll out. Giant did a far D, got hit by Dandy Step. Very aggressive jumping E's. Oh no, he missed. But Giant doesn't have enough stock to do anything. Instant overhead standing A. Oh my god, he did it. I can't believe it. I eat my words. Of course he wins. The moment I say he's not gonna win this, he wins. That instant overhead jumping D, so hard to block. Into standing A, hit confirms Ryukin into Ranbu. I'm happy. I mean, the more Shingo wins, the longer this is gonna take, so this is perfect for me. Okay, skipping ahead a bit. So, gonna do a quick pause again. So 6-3. Shingo needs 7 wins to win this. This is pretty brutal still. This game is so fast and you have to be on point at all times. Because of that, you have to make decisions so quickly. Watch your shift gauge, your super gauge. Check how much HP you have. Check how much HP the opponent has. I mean, you have to do that in all games, but here you have to do it basically during your first 1 or 2 hits of a combo. Or when you get hit and you have saving shift. So that's also why I love this game so much, because you have to be fast. It forces you to be fast. It's a fast game, and I find that exciting and challenging. Enough of the commercial break. I'm gonna unpause now. Super jump D whiffing from Shingo. Now Giant going for the cancel into breath. Jumping B. Nice Ryuken punish there. These are way harder than they look, by the way. Nice. That's a full back turn punish. Did the Shoryuken a bit too early. That's why he didn't get the 3 hits. Ooh, nice race spin there. Perfect punish for the jumping C. Stars aligned perfectly there, hitting him and doing landing recovery. Cancels into breath. Shingo just rolling away. Super jump C, close C into breath. Down forward C. Another down forward C, this time from Shingo. Interesting. It was a counter hit, but it didn't wire. I think it needs to be a specific hit for the wall bounce to occur. Shingo with the corner knockdown. Small jump A. I'm not sure whether there was a cross up or not. That would be interesting to know. There are some characters that can... I mean, she was back turned, so it's possible to cross her up. But in general, you cannot do it with a small jump. But there's some characters that can do it. Benimaru, for example, after a jump can do a corner cross with small jump, which is very hard to block. And that looked like it was a cross up. I'm not sure though. Standing D anti-air there from Giant, very nice. Giant jumping E, jumping D, instant orbit, crouching B forward A. Guard cancel roll by Shingo, punish against Giant's Ryos. Goes for the sweep, trades with Shoryuken, standing A, crouching B forward B. Punishes the roll with C forward B. He doesn't want to commit to anything because of saving shift. Now he had to use saving shift, or maybe it was accidental, I'm not sure. And that's a LDM combo there, and Gato's already flying towards Kim, and there's a super into shift and Shoryuken. Not sure whether that was intentional, could have been a Ranbu, I guess. He crossed himself up, so I'm not sure, and now we are back to Ryo. This is Anybody can win this match. But obviously, it's not obvious, but Shingo has a bit of an advantage because he has 2 characters, but he has to deal with Gato. Just look at this. He has 3 stocks now, closing in on 4 stocks. C forward A, backs off a bit, jumping D. He's so patient. He's just waiting for Gian to like make mistakes, but Gian has no need to make mistakes. He's such a life lead now, and standing E. Whoa! Oh my god! He parried the first hit of LDM and canceled into LDM himself without any super freeze. That was crazy. I wonder if he confirmed it or if it was just a guess. Maybe he buffered it, and when something connects on the yeah, of course. I mean, he buffered the parry, and you can only cancel it if something actually connects to the parry. So he was just doing it without really caring what it was that Gian did there. I've never seen this before with Rio, but it makes perfect sense. That was really cool. Another well-deserved win there from Shingo. Really, really working his ass off. Going fast forward again. Maybe I should briefly talk about the parries from Rio. So the high parry counters mids and highs, and it has special cancel. It can also cancel into itself. So you can parry and then parry again if you want to. You cannot do anything else. You have to special cancel. So that's the one downside to the parry. And the low parry is actually active on frame 1. So theoretically you can do it on wake up against meaty lows. That actually works. I tried it out. Yeah, that's all you already have to know about the parries. They can be very, very useful in situations where you really know what's coming. For anti-air, they're a bit too slow because there's a bit of a gap between parry and then Shoryuken. However, Ryo's Shoryuken is quite fast, so if your opponent does a very high jump in attack and you parried, you can usually Shoryuken to punish. But it's not something you should rely on. You would rather Shoryuken right away, or maybe use FD or something to anti-air. It's more reliable and better damage. Anyway, I'm unpausing. And we have double jumping E from Gian into slide, jumping D from Shingo. Shingo waiting for a reversal, crouching B into breath. Jump away C, I'm not sure why he did that. Could have tried and punished the roll. Rolls back, jumping D, nice backdash into Shoryuken from Gian. Gian with the instant overhead, trades with Shingo. Shingo's using a lot of close, mash close C against the double jumping C from Kula and trades with that. I have to remember that it looks like a useful strategy, because not only the hitbox from jumping C is very big, but also the hurt box. I guess that's why it actually works. It's a bit risky though. If you get the Farsi, it's way too slow. Breath. Ooh, super jump out from Shingo. Not punished by Gian though. Gian backing off a bit too far away for Shoryuken. Saw it, didn't do it. And Gian with the pressure, backs off. Far D hits Kula and Giant's. Ooh, nice Shoryuken. Giant's Ryo at 40% health. Kula really doing a lot of work there. Sitting at 3 stocks as well. That's crazy. Up kick loop, that's a dead Ryo. And now Shingo only has Kim left. That's really brutal for him. And meaty projectile, close D, jumping B instead overhead, AA into LDM. That close A is only 3 frames. It's the quickest normal in the game. Super into whip sweep into dandy step, so it hits twice. Fails to get the meaty forward A. Tiny bit later and it would have been super meaty. I think can combo it then if it's perfectly meaty into, I don't know, far A or Shoryuken or something. It's a bit gimmicky, but still using that move meaty is super strong, even if you can't combo out of it, because it guarantees you advantage and it deals so much damage. It feels weird to have a character where your combo is C into forward A and that's it, and it doesn't even knock down, and you cannot cancel it, but it's just that good with with Ryo. The damage is really nice, so that's why you use it. Sometimes it's better to use that than to take the knockdown. I mean, do you really want to knock down Gato with all his crazy wake-up options if he has meter, for example? Oh, jumping into counter jumping E, punishes the roller with crouching B Shoryuken. Shingo cornered, rolls out. Did get crouching C. Maybe he wanted to Shoryuken. There's a punish. It's only 3 frames, so that would have been quicker than the close C. Nice backdash into Shoryuken, landing recovery. Crouching B, super jump D, and nice punish there on the forward roll. This has to be a reflex if you want to be good. I can't do it, but the top players all do it. They see a roll, they proceed. Nice cross up, failed to convert though, unfortunately. Shingo now on the offensive, eats the EX super, very painful. Another great roll there for Giants, a great round there for Giants. Giants Kula. Sea breath into hard knockdown trades there with Ryo's Shoryuken. I have to briefly pause. It's not a lost match yet, but it's looking very, very grim for Shingo once again. He has a full Kim. He has 3 stocks, so he can use LDM. But Gian has Saving Shift available. He has a full Gato, a full Ryo. It's going to be very, 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 very hard for Shingo to win this. So unpausing. I said this last time and Shingo just took it. Close C into Hangetsu-san. Dive kick, crouching A. Doesn't push a button, jumping C, crouching A to Wreckers, hard knockdown. Goes for the cross-up, jumping A, rolled out by Giant, jumping C, Giant rolling again. Crouching B, standing A, Shoryuken. Does not cancel into anything, interesting. Ooh, and punishes the guard cancel. That's a dead Kim. Nicely done there by Giant. His conditioning is so crazy. There we go, throw back into the corner. And Giant managing to roll out. Shingo slowly approaching, jumping E, jumping D, standing A, runs up, crouching B, crouching C, that's a chain combo into LDM, very nice, builds some meter, jumping D, C into Zanovetscan, hard knockdown, forward A, meaty, there was a backdash from Gato, that's why he got hit airborne, nice punish there, oh, almost, he rolled the wrong direction and Giant could have punished it, now Shingo, there's a battle of standing Bs, instant overheads, crouching Bs, standing A, dandy step, guard cancel from Giant, doesn't want to have none of it, nice throw break, he saw it coming as well. And nice punish there with the standing A from Giant. Another exciting match there, really close, despite what it looked like. Shingo was sitting on 4 stocks, just one hit with the dandy step or Shoryuken. Hit confirmed would have been the death of Giant. And Giant now with an 8-4 lead, so Shingo has to really step it up now. I'm gonna briefly pause again. So anything else that's worth mentioning? Guess we can talk about Kim's Stomp a bit. Stomp hits OTG and deals an insane amount of stun. That's the main reason you use it. There's a few other ways to use it though. The Stomp is completely invulnerable on the feet, so sometimes you can actually use it to crush lows. You have to kind of know what you're doing and do it in advance, because it's too slow. The invulnerability doesn't start in the first frame, so you would rather use it offensively when you expect your opponent to mash. It's also a delayed low, and delayed lows are weird. You don't expect your opponent to have a delayed low. Usually you stand up when there's a long gap, because you think there's like, this is like a small jump coming, this is an overhead, but it's actually a delayed low. So those are the 2 uses basically for Stomp. Unpausing now. Cooler mirror match. Lots of dashing back and forth in breaths, trying to bait the opponent into jumping, just doing Shoryuken, and there's the Shoryuken from Giant. Jump C, crouching B, heavy kick, raise spin, ooh, and Shingo flew past him, wasn't able to get the punish. Shingo rolling into the corner, jumping D, unfortunately that's punished in land recovery. It's most likely and almost dead. Cooler goes for the reset, nice then, and Cooler didn't block. Oh no, he lost his bearings and just went for the raise spin into slide. Ooh, interesting combo. What did he do? Oh, he wanted to land quickly. That's why he wanted to whiff a jumping A, but that unfortunately hit. Not sure why. Jumping C, nice punish there. Manages to miss the combo. Such a shame. Forward B, Cooler going for the raise spin. Hard knockdown. Shingo getting counter hit. Not sure. That could have been a close C for whatever reason. And finally, Cooler is dead. Nice cross under from Shingo. Shift to Ryo and back to... Oh, that was so close. Did you see that? He managed to shake out. Nice combo. Waiting for potential reversals. Nice Ryuken shift there to Gato from Giant. Gato getting the punch super in. Okizeme time. Just runs up. Goes for the cross up jumping B, but Shingo managed to fuzzy jump out of there, it looked like. And guard cancel for C. And that's a dead Kim. Giant back to Gato. Jumping E. Shingo punishing the land recovery, jumping D, another jumping D, crouching B, and now Gato's hammering on those kick buttons. Ooh, that was an accidental quarter circle forward back. You don't usually do that with quarter circle back kick with Ryo. Oh man, this is another nail biter. Nice forward A there. Nice meaty forward A. Okizeme. Oh, he went for the parry. He went for the parry again, and Giant tried to do a guard cancel, and that was so slow that it actually punished the parry. That's a shame. And match point now for Giant. Wow. It's so hard to rate the top players in Japan right now. I wonder, I should maybe ask ask my friends there to give me their ratings. I mean, Russia is the undisputed #1, but if you've seen the last first 2 10s against Gian, then you know how close it is between them. And then I wonder if Gian is the undisputed #2 by now, above Shingo. So the order could be Russia, then Gian, then Shingo, and then it's either Sabakoro or maybe Kyun Takuya. Hard to say. I don't know. Meanwhile, full back turn punish combo close to corner for Gian. I'm briefly gonna pause there. There was a Shoryuken trade, I think. It has to be, yeah, Shoryuken trade between Shingo and Gian, and look at that. Shingo already lost 60% from that combo and that counter hit trade right now. And Gian is already at over 1 stock. So his cooler is just doing so well. So let's see how this ends. I expect Shingo to dash up and then maybe wait for a reversal. Yeah, dash up, jumping C counter hit. It's the typical pattern from Gian. At first getting hit out of backdash, then getting hit out of race spin. Meanwhile, nice shift and combo there to Gato. He's gonna shift back to Kula. Far D from Ryo. Nice punish there on the jump in attempt. Kula doing lots of pressure. Guard cancel roll out for Shingo. Shingo on the offensive. Meanwhile, Kula's just doing race spins like crazy. Race spin looks to be so strong against Ryo. Very annoying to deal with. Jumping ace for Kim. Jumping D. Kula flipping there. Cancels into breath. Nice roll back there just to be safe. No need to always roll forward. You sometimes want to roll back into the corner just to be safe. It's also way safer to hold back than let go of guard and then roll and maybe get hit by the A breath. Standing A, interesting. Not sure whether that was intentional. Shift to Gato. Shift back to Ryo. Man, oh no, he missed the combo. That's a full punish there. And oh, reset. Wow. Look at that. I've never seen that before. And I think Gian also didn't see it coming. Shingo backing off at these key moments, crouching B, crouching A, just back off, wait for Gato to do something, there we go. Did you see that slowdown? It's only on arcade, it's not on PS2. If you dream cancel the LDM, it will very often slow down a lot. Ooh, and Shingo now very aggressive against Gato, and he has 4 stocks, so... Blocking those instant overheads nicely. Good guard cancel roll, jump D. Didn't get the punish on the landing recovery there. Runs up. He very often runs up and then does nothing. Man, this is annoying. Let me quickly rewind for like 10 seconds. You see him run up a lot and then do nothing. It's just to wait for a super freeze and then potentially do a super in the super freeze. Because Shingo, as Gian, you don't want to mash there, because if Shingo's Ryo does crouching B, dash up, crouching B, that's basically you're dead if you try to mash and you get hit by the second crouching B, because you can change the crouching C into LDM. So you have to be really careful there. Anyway, I'm gonna unpause. Let's watch this again. Okay, again, that was the guard cancel roll. That was the scramble where he missed the punish. Jumping E. They're doing nothing. Run up and nice combo there, and that's it. Oh no! What did he do? No, Shingo. Why did you miss that combo? Don't die, please don't die. Oh my god, that would have been that would have been such a heartbreaker. What did he try to do there? He did the quarter circle back punch. Might have been a missed Ranbu. It's very untypical. Go Shingo, I want to see some more wins. Oh, lots of people I know in the chat. This is a German player, Mado is a German player, Hokto is playing in Port 24, Russia obviously you all know. Sana is also there, also a player of Port 24. He's probably the one who's commenting? I'm not sure, he's commenting a lot, usually at Port 24. Meanwhile, Gian has Shingo cornered. Very strong pressure there, and Shingo being very patient, manages to make a flip with standing D, but it's put right back into the corner. Heavy kick, raise spin, interesting choice there. Nice punish there, and that's potentially an accidental quarter circle back C. Sometimes you get that, because what happens is you cross up your opponent with that slide, and then your inputs gets reversed. It's very annoying. Shift to Gato for Gian. Kula is dead. Meaty projectile. Far C. Shift to Kula. And Shingo going for the guard cancel. Meanwhile, Shingo getting hit by race pin into slide, into hard knockdown. I'm briefly gonna pause this. Want to take bets whether this is guarded or not. This is a very early jumping C, and Shingo hasn't fully stood up yet. It looks like he's gonna guard high, but I'm not sure yet. Let's unpause. Yeah, guard cancel actually. Far D. Shoryuken. Very ballsy, but it worked out for him. Far D. Jumping D, far D, crouching B forward A. He's just trying to get that last hit in to kill Kula. Oh, and she knew, like Giant knew, just did the standing E. Now it's Kim time. He really has to perform with Kim now. Gets hit by far D from Ryo. Ryo just whiffing normal, standing A, jumping E, and Kim getting that hit in overhead. Nice guard there from Giant. This time we saw it coming. Standing B into guard cancel roll, that was accidental. I have no idea what Giant tried to do there. You see that very often. If you see that strange guard cancel, sorry, it's not a guard cancel roll, it's like a cancel roll. It's a feature that's not very commonly used. Close D into Hangetsu-san, into shift. That's a dead Ryo. Very nicely played. Back to Kim. Lots of HP on that Kim and 2 stocks. Briefly gonna pause. Meanwhile, Gato sits on 5 stocks in 1 bubble, so he can wreak some havoc if he really wants to. And we all know that Giant's Gato is very, very, very strong. Shingo does not have any quick shift bubbles, so I'm gonna unpause now. Let's see if he's gonna do Okizeme or if he's too scared. He should be doing Okizeme. Gato does have recovery when he lands during a down, unlike Kula and Ryo. Goes for the cross up, but Giant just buffering a throw, which is a good choice. It's only 1 frame. Ah, nice conversion there. Oh man, that's so painful. Can Shingo make it happen? Punish. Ah, Fadi. Wasn't able to punish it better, I think, the guard cancel. Come on, Shingo. Yes. Ah, that would have been the hit. Oh man, this is a nail biter. Ah, yes, that's it. Well played. Oh man. Come on. Nah, he hits the Rambo this time. No strange dandy step. Oh man, that was so close. Well played from Shingo. I want to see 3 more wins from Shingo. I want to see a 9-9. That would be the dream. If you lose a 9-9, of course it's painful, but if you have a comeback like this from like 4 wins to 9, and then you make it to 9-9, and then you lose, sure it sucks, but at least you can show that it's very close, and you can show that you're strong. Oh, Pai is watching. Pai is the strongest Korean player. He's also streaming a lot. He likes to stream online matches actually via emulator, and they also have some kind of cafe that's basically an arcade, which is called Sweetland. Maybe that's the name they made up, but they call it Sweetland, and they also play there. Can highly recommend watching the Koreans play. They're very, very strong. They also have like, I think they had like a first 100 or something, like a 100 credit challenge not too long ago. I'm not gonna comment that. I'm gonna like pass out before I finish that. But maybe if they do first to 10s, I might comment some. Because they play differently than the Japanese. Also different teams. There's a lot of leader Oswald going on. Meanwhile, sorry for the off topic. Meanwhile, Shingo's Kula is dead, and we have Shingo's Ryo now. And another race spin there. Race spin seems to be the choice against Ryo. Seems like he cannot really punish it very well. Nice counter hit there on the down forward scene to Shoryuken. Trade with Shoryuken there. I think the biggest problem really is how strong Giant's Kula is. Like in every match, like Giant's Kula usually wins the one-on-one. Sorry for the buffering. Just gonna pause again here. So how's it looking? Giant does not have any stock left, and Shingo has the potential to stun, but he doesn't want to. He wants to get Kula out there as quickly as he can, and then he has to deal with Ryo coming in. Can't really do Okizeme because he can roll. Ideally, he hits Ryo right away and goes for a stun combo with Ryo, his own Ryo and Kim. But first, he has to get rid of that Kula, so hopefully he can do that. Let's see. Yeah, he has to be careful. He must not get too greedy, or he'll just eat another knockdown into horrible Okizeme. Nice cross up, and he gets it, so let's see. Okay, he went for the forward B overhead, but Giant rolled out. And he's almost at 2 bubbles now again. Ah, now he can saving. Yeah. Oh no, that was so unfortunate. So hard to see if you're the one playing that match, just to see that your opponent is almost has saving in that short amount of time is very hard, and you have to make a decision there. Do I want to shift or not? And the saving shift actually killed Rio because of the counter hit and the guard to jumping D. Yeah, that's it. So Gian takes it 10-6. Very, very strong performance there from Gian. Great first to 10 series. Really enjoyed this. And that concludes it for today. By the way, today they also had a casuals session, and yesterday as well at Port 24. I think yesterday they had like a Dualon special. So everybody was playing Dualon Leader. So if you want to see some Dualon Leader, make sure to check out Port 24. As always, I'm just going to put all the links in the description. You should be subscribing Port 24 anyway. That's the source of all the cool videos lately. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you next time.